What's up, everybody? It's me. It's that ERIC. I'm the People's co-host, Eric Barnes. This is The Late Debate, and today I'm being joined by the one himself, Tony H. What's up, man?
Yeah, it's me. It's not DDP or ERIC. It's TUNY. I don't know. That was so lame. Just
You did your best. You did your best.
I did.
And we've also got a surprise for everybody, making his crew debut, the captain himself, Angel Alvarez. What's up, dude?
What's going on? What's going on, guys?
You feel good to be here?
I feel great.
Happy?
Oh, yeah.
In your heart?
In other places as well.
Oh, my God.
Right.
I love you.
All right. So, okay, this week we are actually going to the comments of the last video. And we're taking one from Keith Roberts, who it wasn't last week, it was like a couple weeks ago, but asked, better HBK career, 1988 to 98, pre-back surgery, to 2010, post-back surgery. We thought that was going to be a pretty good topic. So I guess you'd have to just go back to the beginning whenever he first got to the WWF and think about his time with the Rockers. I didn't see a lot of that stuff, you know. I mean, I've gone back and watched it, but as far as live, I missed a lot of it, so I don't know how much of it you guys had seen. Tony,
Yeah, so the thing is, I'll tell you guys right now that the Rockers run with Marty Jannetty was fun back in the day. When he first turned heel, I was a kid, so obviously I was like, boo, Shawn Michaels, like, the guy's a jerk.
Made you really mad.
Man, I was blood red mad as a little kid going, split up one of my favorite tag teams as a child. But the point of this is that if you are a fan of, let's just say, old school wrestling, you may want to say that the first run was better because he did do a lot of things back then that made he was just incredible back then. I think I know he's on a lot of drugs too, and I'm glad he cleaned his life up. And he had a lot of solid matches. He had a really good one with Razor Ramon at WrestleMania 10 and the ladder match. I actually watched the SummerSlam, the rematch of it, just the other day. So I'm trying to go through some old SummerSlams, and that was a very good match. I didn't realize how great that match was too.
And that was where they had two Intercontinental titles, if I recall. Is that right?
Yeah, that was who was the true champion or something like that. Yeah. And honestly, the second reign though for me is my favorite because coming back when 2002 match against Triple H at SummerSlam, arguably one of the best SummerSlam matches of all time. Like,
oh yeah,
the whole angle. I've said it time and time again. The fact that it like let's get ready to suck it, and then Triple H pedigrees them. The whole like Shawn Michaels like distraught, and you found out Triple H did it, and then they had that match. Started from there, and just oh man, there was a lot of memorable matches. You had a lot of new fresh faces, and let's face facts: WWE was way better during his second run than his first run because they had a lot of bad wrestlers back in his first reign.
Yeah, they did.
That's a great point. So which would you say, Cap? Would you say pre or post surgery?
I'd have to go with post surgery. For me personally, I felt like he had a lot more. His match quality wise were a lot better with the after the back surgery, I think. And there's nothing that he didn't really wrestle any worse from the surgery. It seemed like he only got better. So
yeah, I would agree with that. And also, it kind of seems like by the time he came back, you know, whenever he left or his first run, he was terrific. You know what I mean? Like another comment I mentioned, you know, whenever he originally won the championship in that 60-minute Iron Man match with Bret Hart, one of the most classic WrestleMania matches ever. You know, and by the time he was on his way out because of his back, his match quality had gone down, but it's not because he lacked the talent. It's just because he was hurt so much.
Yeah.
But then, like, by the time that he came back, he was already sort of a legendary status. You know what I mean? He was the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. Everybody already knew him and loved him. And so that whenever he returned, he could already basically have marquee matches with anybody. You know what I mean? And the fact that he's came back and wasn't really a part-timer. Like, I mean, I don't think that he did house shows normally, but still, he was there week in and week out as far as being a superstar in Raw, which he really, I'm sure, didn't have to be. He's just obviously still loved it, and I don't know. I personally would have to say post-back surgery as well, but that's only because I didn't really start watching until like 1998. And so a lot of the stuff that I probably would have fallen in love with, I missed as far as being able to watch it live. And then, like Tony was saying, that match where he came back with Triple H, it was just perfect. Like, the emotion was there, the match quality was there, and it was terrific. And, you know, then go on to whenever he was on his way out the second time, you know, facing The Undertaker a couple of times at WrestleMania. And those matches were arguably some of the greatest WrestleMania matches as well. So,
yeah,
you know, it's kind of hard to say, really. I mean, that's what makes it such an interesting thing to talk about. But I personally would also go post-back surgery. So I guess it's not much of a debate since we all kind of agree.
I will argue one thing. Definitely will take the pre-back surgery DX over the post-back surgery DX.
oh my goodness,
Without question.
I'm just saying that if you want to find a silver lining, like Shawn Michaels' DX when he first came in, him and Triple H when they formed it, finally everybody, like, that was just like incredible stuff. And you know, he was part of the first Hell in a Cell with Undertaker. That was a really good match. The Michaels Austin match, even though Michaels' back was screwed up severely, the fact that him and Austin could put on that solid of a match despite Michaels' injuries. Like I said, the guy had some pretty solid feuds even then, but him and Bret Hart stuff, I mean, I think, I know I'm rambling a little bit, but I think that I'm trying to come back to, he had more memorable storylines in a history of wrestling pre-back surgery, but I think he had better matches and better storytelling post-back surgery.
I think that's true. And I couldn't agree more as far as DX goes, because whenever DX was originally created, it was anti-authority. It was just in-your-face lewdness.
not PG.
Not PG. Yeah, exactly, Cap. Just being basically as rude as you could be. Making fun of everybody and not feeling bad about it. And it went from that to, you know, fast forward to 2006, whenever they reform and everybody's hungry for it. Everybody loved DX before, they want it back. And it comes back and it's like this poo-poo pee-pee bullshit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it really was. 2006
it literally was.
Not
I mean, they were
2006
dropping turds on people. I mean, come on.
06 was not bad. To 2009 one, ugh, no.
I mean, it wasn't horrible, but it's just, it was so watered down. And it's like, everybody knew by that time that Triple H was in charge. So for them to act like they're anti-authority at that point, it's just like, you know, it's just hard to buy. It's like, oh, they're going out there and making fun of the McMahons, but that's like Triple H's
do after he like did the whole Born Again thing. Like,
yeah, that too. That too, because, you know, like, you'd have Triple H out there getting a fake blowjob from Candice Michelle, and you know, Shawn Michaels don't want to be part of that, so he's like off screen. So it's really not. I mean, you know, Shawn Michaels was never the like top notch on the microphone. I wouldn't say, you know what I mean. He wasn't like the level of someone like The Rock or something like that, but he was extremely solid. But he was still incredibly over and able to give good promos even after, you know, he became hardcore Christian, but just in a different style that didn't mesh so well with the DX that was originally created. And honestly,
Yeah.
I wonder if they would have tried to push the boundaries more if he hadn't been born again at that point. Because when did they actually turn PG officially?
I think it was 09. I think it was 09, 2010 area that it really got to the PG part. I was going to say, like, the post DX, the one where he came back, I think the best segment, hands down, was when they dressed as Vince and Shane, and they did the gimmick in the ring.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah. With the whole I love cock bullshit. Was that whenever that started?
Well, yeah, that was a segment, but then Triple H dressed as Vince and Shawn dressed as Shane and did like the little Shane O'Mac dance and fell on his ass. And
fell down.
I definitely remember that.
Oh God, that was great.
Triple
that
H
was
like,
that was
his ear and shit.
Yeah, that was funny. I liked it.
It was definitely good, and that's something you don't get a lot of anymore. Like, it didn't happen all the time, but like back in the day, like DX would dress up and come out as like the Nation of Domination. You had in WCW, you had the Wolfpack coming out as the Four Horsemen and stuff like that. And you don't get people dressing up to make fun of people so much anymore. Not that it would even be good probably at this point, but
Of course.
And I also want to mention that in the last episode of the Late Debate, Tony and I have mentioned, hey, we could use more stables and groups. Just to be clear, we didn't mean Jinder Mahal and Great Khali becoming a team.
Yeah, no.
Sorry, Popcorn, if you're watching.
Oh, he better be.
Oh, he will. Now, question. Yeah. So, what is your guys' opinion, since he did a lot of them, obviously? Take away Undertaker, unless it's not that, which I think everybody would say it, but what was his best WrestleMania match of all time, not Undertaker?
It's for me, it'd be between him and Kurt.
Ooh,
or him and Jericho.
Oh, damn, another good one.
Yeah.
Well, I would easily have to say HBK Vince. That was just such a classic. No, I'm just joking. Although I did get to see that one live. But I mean, see, I would have totally forgot about the Jericho and the Angle match. But I would probably say either whenever he first won the title with that Iron Man match, or probably Chris Jericho. It was just the ending of that match was just so great. Whenever he just kicks him right in the nuts, that was rough, heartbreaking stuff. I mean, not to make a pun, but it was heartbreaking. But yeah, which one did you say, Tony?
I actually would go with him versus Razor Ramon, WrestleMania 10 ladder match.
Ooh, another good one.
Sure.
I mean,
but, yeah,
there's so many good ones.
The reason why I bring this question up is because, and this is why I think the post-back surgery Michaels is better, is it seems like we can all just like sit here and go, oh, wow, his WrestleMania matches were like top notch. And not to say that pre-back surgery he had bad matches, it just, they were spotty at points, and like you're like, okay, there's some good ones, some bad ones, and
I guess that's true.
I don't know. I think his run now is just really good, and the cap it off with Undertaker was really, really well done. And that's the other thing, is that what was his best? I'm trying to think, like, honestly, off the top of my head here, his best pre-back surgery feud. I mean, I know he had a couple to Undertaker, but like he didn't have a ton that I was like super engaged on, except for Bret Hart, probably the other one.
Yeah, I mean, the Bret Hart one was terrific. I really enjoyed the Stone Cold one. It was pretty fun, but it wasn't nearly as really emotional to me as the Bret Hart and HBK one. I'm not really sure, honestly. Do you got any, Cap?
Pre-surgery? I'd have to go with Bret. That's the one that always sticks out the most to me. I can't really he had the small one, with Austin, but the one that always sticks out to me the most is always him and Bret. Like, he just I mean, they always talk about the Montreal Screwjob like a million times per year.
Yeah, it's hard not to have that one. Yeah, it's just stuck in your subconsciousness or consciousness, subconscious, whatever. Okay, well, let's close it out. I've got a question for you guys. If HBK could come back and have one more match with one person on the current roster you like to see it with, and let's say he's at Ultimate HBK, still on top of his game.
I go AJ Styles.
Who?
AJ Styles.
That's a great one. It's hard to disagree.
Well, okay, so on current roster, if HBK could go, yeah, AJ would be probably top tier. But I'm gonna go with Jinder Mahal. I'm just kidding.
Perfect.
Yeah, exactly. No, but all honesty, like, I wouldn't mind seeing Seth Rollins versus HBK in their top tier shape.
That could be a great match and probably a really good feud as well. Match only for me, I'm gonna say Nakamura. I think that those two would be able to just tear the house down. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't know how great a feud between those two would be, but just match alone, it would be fire for sure. I think it could at least be as good as whenever Nakamura first debuted and had that unbelievable match with Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
Like, it could be at least, I'd say around that quality at least. But, yeah. So I guess it's pretty much a consensus that we all prefer the post-back surgery HBK. Do you guys have any final thoughts you want to throw in on it?
Yeah, get back surgery. We'll remember your career better.
Fair enough.
Just kidding. Just kidding.
Cap, you got anything?
And nothing, sir. All set.
All set. Okay. Well, and thanks again for that comment from who was it? I don't know, but if
Mr. Sir.
Yeah, I said it at the beginning. But so if you have a topic you'd like to hear us talk about, please leave it down in the comments below, and we'll pick someone and talk about it next week, or whenever we do the next one of these. So other than that, I want to thank you guys for being here with me. Do you have any plugs, Tony?
Mixer.com, capital TH, the number 1, capital NE. I stream once in a while now.
Hell
Check it out.
True. What about you, Cap?
I wasn't too happy about it. I missed it.
He'll be back.
You better be. You could follow me virtually almost on anything as Captain C4PTAIIN. Yeah, that's it.
And Captain's been doing some streams on Mixer as well of WWE 2K17, so they're very entertaining. So I would recommend following him on Mixer for live streams. Sorry, Tony. What were you?
Keep your suggestions to like 1 or 2, not 20. Unlike somebody in the chat we won't bring up, but 1 or 2 suggestions would be awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I love the enthusiasm, but just boil it down to the top couple and post those, and we'll have plenty to choose from, I'm sure. Anyway, you can subscribe to me on YouTube. Click the subscribe button if you're watching this video. It's youtube.com/EBarSays. You can follow me on Twitter at EBarSays, and follow me on Mixer for video game live streams. It's just mixer.com/EBar. All right, so that's all we've got for you this week. So for Tony H.
Yeah.
And for Captain.
Yo.
We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Peace.